Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, my name is Alexa. I'm standing because I just like to stand. You are wondering, this top is from Tiger Miss. These jeans I'm wearing, they're mom jeans and they're from ASOS, and I will link them down below if I can find them. The world is crazy. It's crazy. It's going mad. Today's video is a little bit more of a serious topic, hence why I'm a little bit nervous, if you can tell. I haven't been in front of the camera in so long. This whole scene feels really weird to me right now, but today's topic I'm going to be speaking on racism. And the reason why is because I feel like I have a platform. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I have the biggest platform in the world, because for one, I don't care about that. But in general, I have a platform, so I might as well use it to my advantage and really take the opportunity to really speak up on these issues. If you got a platform, big or small, 100 followers, 5 followers, 1,000, 30,000 followers, it doesn't really matter. Speak up, bring awareness to what's going on. With everything going on, I'm not going to say it's weighing down on me, but I know that there's a lot of people in the world that it's weighing down on them, and it's weighing them down. I saw this video by Haynes, I will link it down below. The title was, "Racism is not a moral issue, it's a sin issue." I really want to relate it back to that title and say racism is not a moral issue, it's a hard issue, and it's a sin issue. I will get to why I'm saying that. If you are new here and you don't know me, hi, my name is Alexa, first of all. And second, yes, I do believe in Jesus. I do not believe in a bad God, but I believe in a loving God. The answer to racism, let me tell you what it is. It's Jesus, honestly, that's what it is. And the reason why I say that is because the answer will always be Jesus. That's why. A lot of people are just really bashing each other and also bringing up the Black Lives Matter movement, and I think that's amazing, that's incredible, but I don't think bringing awareness will heal the issue and will heal the stereotypes being approached to Black people. I'm gonna be so real. If you think that we are eventually gonna live in a world where racism does not exist, then you're wrong. Racism will always exist, and the reason why I say that is because we live in a world where we're literally born into a sinful world. You grow up and you experience horrible things. Why? Because it's not a perfect world. A lot of people want to be love and light. A lot of people want to be optimistic, and I think it's great to be optimistic, but you can't be overly optimistic to the point to where it's unrealistic. And looking back to 2019, I couldn't say. Honestly, things were not as bad as it is now. Literally, things are so different. I literally went out and I had to bring hand sanitizer with me, a face mask. Those are things that shouldn't be the norm, but now it is because of the world that we live in. We're living in a coronavirus. I'm not going to sit here and just ignore the entire situation. This is real life. This is happening now. We can't look to society anymore. We have to look up to Jesus. I don't mean to be pessimistic, but it's just, honestly, it's so realistic. It's so real. Open your eyes. Read your Bible. If you don't believe in Jesus, if you don't believe in God, it's because you haven't encountered Him, and that's what it is. I would consider for you to really dive deep in the Word. The Bible is the only book that when you read it, it reads you. It reads your life. It reads your trials. Everything you've ever been through. Just everything. I'm not going to sit here and be just because I read the Bible and I believe in God, I'm the best person. When it comes to Jesus, it's not about perfection. It's about progression. If you can go every day with doing less and less of what you used to do and who you used to be, then you are doing God's will. And eventually He will bring more blessings into you and will really mold you and mold your character. This world will only get worse and worse. And you can't look up to your friends anymore when it comes to comfort. Having friends that comfort you is good. It's not what fulfills you. It'll only comfort you to an extent, but it won't fulfill your need, and it won't fulfill your heart, and it won't fulfill that void that you have in you. Sorry that I keep looking out the window. Like I said, I'm a little nervous. I've been seeing a lot of people bash the man who killed George Floyd. Even in the Bible it says that in His eyes and in our eyes, all sin should be equal no matter what you do. If you rape somebody, if you murder somebody, if you curse at somebody, if you cheated on someone, if you lied, if you did drugs. Nowadays people pick and choose who they want to support and who they don't want to support. And it's cancel culture and everything. It's ridiculous. So I have these notes that I wrote down. They're literally just notes. I wrote them down for this video. Reconciliation through each other as humans can really come about if we're reconciled to God through Jesus Christ. And that is so true, honestly, because without God, we will always be divided. Everyone will always be against something. For example, gender is a big one, racism, social status, how many followers you have, how much money you have, the clout. Y'all, please don't make fun of my phone. My phone literally broke 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I'm stuck with this phone until the 12th comes out. So if anybody know when the iPhone 12 is coming out, please let me know. 2 Corinthians 5, if we're not reconciled to God, there will always be division within each other. In Jesus, we can walk in being a new creation. Therefore, our hearts won't be filled with so much criticism and so much judgment that we will learn to be still and just love one another regardless of where we come from, regardless of your background, of your social status, how much money you have. We can be changed and walk in new life. Therefore, we would be like Jesus, and we would not criticize one another or judge one another. It doesn't matter, because in God's eyes, we're all equal, so we should look at one another as equal. I've seen a lot of posts on Twitter and on Instagram, basically people bashing the man that killed George Floyd. A lot of people want to be self-righteous. They want to claim that because they're standing up for Black Lives Matter, they're good. But in reality, no one is good. We're not all perfect. We're all human beings. We've all done things. Bringing awareness and protesting is good. But at the end of the day, we are not better than the man who killed George Floyd. Imagine another person just like the man who killed George Floyd. Like, there honestly has to be some deeper reasoning for someone to just kill George Floyd like that. I don't care who you are, but I'm pretty sure that there's been a moment where you've been pissed and you've thought about hurting someone, like maybe just a punch in their face, or you've thought about cursing them out or exposing something that you know about them, but yet that's not on the news, right? So we're not bashing you, so why are you bashing the man who killed George Floyd? Like, I understand that you're upset, but I think that hating on someone who did something and you don't even know them, you just know what they did, you're honestly causing more hate. Imagine if someone else knew everything about your life and they went up to you and they were just like, I know you did this and I know you did that, therefore you're not a good person. You are not better than the man who killed George Floyd, and neither am I. I'm not saying all this to be like, oh, I'm superior and all of this. Like, no. I'm not saying all of this just so I can be better or look better than everyone. I support the Black Lives Matter movement, and just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I don't. I'm just saying that spreading hate to the man who killed George Floyd doesn't make you look any good either. It doesn't give you any benefit either. Even in the Bible it says we have all fallen short of God's glory. Matthew 5 says, if you so much as hate someone, you are considered a murderer. How many of us has had hate towards someone? And I'm pretty sure as someone who's watching this, you've had hate for someone, either a friend, a coworker, a family member, a boss. I know it is intense to forgive someone, and it is, but that is why Christ died for us. No one can live up to that standard. No one will ever say, I want you to forgive me so much that I will die for you. Like, no one would literally do that. Jesus wants us to be free of the hate in our hearts and the act that led to the hate. But if you're watching this, I really consider for you to just really dive deep in the Word. If you're a beginner, watch sermons. I recommend Transformation Church and Elevation Church. Those churches help me the most when I'm really just out of it mentally. Because as long as we live, racism will always be a thing. It's honestly inevitable at this point. The world is going to get even more crazier. So if you think that you can manifest the universe and make it go normal, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. And I understand that this whole Black Lives Matter, like, it was all such like a horrible video. Even I didn't watch the video because I didn't want to watch it, first of all, but I've seen little snippets of it. And honestly, there's a lot of things that don't even make headlines. Like, you know, there will always be racist people because it's just a sin issue, it's a heart issue. They have grown a bitter heart. There has to be some type of deeper hatred for a person to kill another person for their skin color. That's why we are all in need of a savior. Look to God, not society, because there's a lot of people, like nowadays, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have a lot of time to be scrolling on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat. I don't even be on Instagram a lot anymore. For one, because I need to get a new phone and I don't have one yet. This is besides the point. Stop leaning on social media to dictate who he is. Have an encounter with who he is. I saw a video from Nate and Sutton. They are a Christian couple channel, and I will link them below. But I watched the video, and Nate got a vision of him resting in God's arms. And in a way, that vision was to really picture how we should be resting in him, not in bed, resting on social media, not striving, not trying to control everything. I know a lot of people are trying to control a lot of personal situations, but honestly, let God work through your life so that you can really have an encounter with who he is. He's not just a loving God, he's a provider, he's a comforter, he's everything that you've ever needed to fulfill you. Even I struggle with that as well, not to strive, but to stride with God and to really not control everything. There's sometimes where something goes wrong and I want to control it and I want to strive to do this and to that, and I have all these goals that I really want to do, when really I'm really draining myself because I'm striving so much. Don't strive. Really be anchored in his word. Stop looking to society, stop looking to social media. I don't know who needs to hear that, honestly. I feel like I needed to hear that as well, just because before this quarantine stuff I was on social media a lot. I really took this time and really taken advantage and really just growing with God. And it's hard. There's days where I don't and there's days where I do, and I really try to be consistent. If you're struggling mentally or financially during this time, look to God. A lot of people are intimidated by really being close to God, but let me tell you, Jesus is about relationship. If you are watching this and you think I'm perfect, Trust me when I tell you that I'm not. There's areas that I struggle in, but like I said, it's about progression, not perfection. That's all I have for you today. Also, I got these earrings from Express. I got this ring, but I don't know where my parents got it from. But yeah, they gave it to me as a gift for my graduation. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. And don't forget to subscribe and like. And follow me on my social medias. They will be linked down below. My next video will be a fun video because it'll be a get ready with me, which I'm really excited for. So yeah.